Ever wonder why only 8% of people who set a New Year's resolution actually achieve it? Yeah, me too. I'm very curious. I'm Alicia Wilford, life coach, author, and artist. And if you want to reach a dream, you're in the right spot. Research shows that 46% of Americans set New Year's resolutions. That's close to half of the US population. But the sad thing is that 92% of those who set a New Year's resolution fail. So why set a resolution if the odds of failing are so gosh darn high? Well, because you've got a dream. Am I right? That's why. I know you do. You want to be the best, brightest, highest version of yourself. So here's how we do that to make sure you reach your goals and dreams. We set goals, not resolutions. Most people who fail at their resolutions failed to make a positive change because the goal they set for themselves was shoddy. And then they beat themselves up or think they aren't capable of making a change because they made a people problem out of a process problem. Resolutions fail for a number of reasons, but here are the main culprits. The goal is poorly defined, poor preparation and planning, lack of vision mapping or vision casting, lack of accountability, lack of intrinsic motivation or inherent desire to actually meet the goal, lack of primers or visual cues, rituals to reinforce the goal, and failure to plan. That's right. Planning is so important, but you aren't gonna do any of that because you're gonna download my workbook below. Yep, go grab it. And then you're gonna follow these steps and create an indestructible plan. The most important thing you can do before you set a goal is identify your why. Simon Sinek coined the term, it starts with why, and it really does. Here's how you get really good at knowing your why. Fill out the Wheel of Life exercises in the workbook below. If your life was a map, the Wheel of Life would be the "You Are Here" sticker. Next, fill out the core values exercise in the worksheet. You've got to know what's most important in your life before you set a goal. You won't make your goal a priority if it's not in actual alignment with your core values. But if you see how your goal or your dream actually aligns with your core values, well, that is fuel for your fire. Next, write out a list of wants, desires, and dreams. Circle the 3 most important ones. List them out in order of importance. Remember, it's hard to make a lot of big changes all at once. You'll want to try to narrow these down to 1 or 2. Now, turn to page 16 in the workbook below for your goal-setting worksheet. I'm going to walk you through the steps. We'll do it together. Once you pick a goal, you need to clearly define it. Let's use the example of running. I'm a runner. You'll want to state the goal clearly. For example, you might say, increase the mileage I run to 1,000 miles a year by December 31st, 2024. Your goal needs to be specific, well-defined, and clear to everyone who sees it. Now, it's time to plan. If I want to run 1,000 miles in a year, that's a minimum of 83 miles a month. Put another way, about 3 miles a day, give or take a little, or about 21 miles a week. So if I run 4 to 5 days a week with an average of 4.2 miles per run, I'll hit my goal by the end of the year. So what does that look like as a true plan? It looks like I need to run Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, 4.2 miles with a longer run on Saturday or Sunday. This weekly mileage will build in a little margin for me if I have a week that I'm sick or encounter a family emergency and can't run. I'll measure my mileage by wearing a Garmin running watch with a GPS and tracking it in the Garmin app each day and week. And then celebrating a big win is a part of hitting our goals. It's important that we have something to look forward to after hitting small milestones. For me, a motivational celebration would be a massage every month if I hit my mileage that month. You can also create cues that are reminders to help you hit your goal. In this running example, I put my running times in the calendar. I know when and what time I'll be running each day. I also lay out my running clothes and put them by the door the day before. Now, it is time to identify the pitfalls. Listen, we all get off track sometimes. That's normal. It only spells failure if you stay off track. Now, I know there are a lot of perfectionists out there. Are you one of them? We've got these beautiful habit trackers and calendars and think if we miss a day, it's all over. We need to chuck the whole thing, the whole idea. Have you ever done that? I bet you have. I have. Have you participated in this all or nothing thinking and then failed? Well, all or nothing thinking is a design to fail. I know that over the course of a year, I'll get sick. I have running weeks that I'll have to skip, and work sometimes gets crazy. Some seasons, I can't do it. I often choose work over running, especially in the hot summer days. I know this, so I'll build in margin to my running week, and I'll make a promise to myself to not be all or nothing. If I miss a run or a week of running, I'll get right back on track the following run. No shame, no judgment, no beating myself up, just getting right back on track, getting right back on the wagon. One of the most important parts of goal setting is accountability. Having a buddy or a group you check in with. This is absolutely paramount. Social pressure is huge motivation, and bonus points if you're in a paid accountability program or coaching program with accountability built in, because when you pay for something like accountability, you have skin in the game. This helps tremendously. It helps with follow through. Now, if you've been working through my Achieving Goals and Dreams worksheet on page 16 of the Compass of Your Year workbook, you know there's only one thing left. You need to sign this contract to yourself. Consider it a binding agreement with yourself. Now, comment below and tell me what your goal is. Bonus points if you share your plan to get it. Until next time, dreamers.